Hello and welcome to the April 2013 Kula Yoga Shala teacher feature. This month we're sitting in the garden with Kimberly LaRue, and Kimberly has just started teaching here at Kula a new 8 a.m. Friday mindfulness meditation practice. So thank you so much for Kim for joining on board our family here, and it's so great to welcome you, and especially fantastic to be able to have another dedicated meditation practice on the schedule. So really appreciate that essential practice. It's such, the essence of what yoga is all about, and so just feel so grateful to have you part of the crew here. So welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm honored.
So usually in these interviews we just take a little bit of time to get to know you, so rather than somebody just looking at a picture of your face on the website or reading your bio, they could kind of get to know you a little bit more and what this practice is all about. So wondering if maybe you could give a little bit of background just on how you arrived onto this pathway of meditation in the first place.
Well, it's been a journey, and I'm really grateful for this journey. Originally, I began teaching yoga, and meditation became a big part of the practice, simply because I'm also a massage therapist, and to keep myself from injuries and being burnt out and being in the present moment, to be able to be compassionate with my clients, I began the practice of mindfulness and meditation. I originally started my internship with a psychotherapist who practiced these particular practices. He was a hypnotherapist as well as a psychotherapist, and he ushered me quickly, after he had passed away, into Tibetan Buddhism. And so his passing was what really struck me as to the importance of being in the present moment and enjoying the beauty in life. So I had already received my certification in yoga back in 1996, and then I began teaching mindfulness practices. I started at a gym, and I had like 30 or 40 people sign up.
That's amazing, huh?
Way back then. Really nice. And then I began practicing more in the Tibetan tradition in Chicago, and had moved here to Florida to deepen my practice with the Palm Beach Dharma Center. Then I did some training. I was working with the Cancer Institute, and I did some training with Dr. John Kabat-Zinn and Saki Santorelli for mindfulness-based stress reduction, which has been a program that was developed 30 years ago in the basement of a hospital at UMass Medical Center. And at this training, I really learned, it really just emphasized more of living mindfully in our everyday life, and really taking the journey from the head into the heart, that 7-inch journey that sometimes takes a real long time to get to. So I feel really grateful for that, and went back and did my second level training there, with the intention now of becoming certified in mindfulness-based stress reduction, which is an 8-week class. That's about 30 hours of instruction with an all-day retreat.
Fantastic. Yeah, and I was just actually spending a little bit of time on their website a few weeks ago looking at the whole certification process through the MBSR, and it's definitely intense, and it makes me so grateful that we're starting to have the scientific community and the medical community start to appreciate the benefits and validity of this thousands and thousands of year old practice.
Yeah, it's really my intention to spread this practice to all beings. You don't have to have any sort of religious connotation. It's just about being present in everything you do. Some people live their lives one day at a time, but I live my life one breath at a time, and continuing to bring myself back again and again. And it is great that this is getting more into the medical community as well. It helps people with suffering of all different types, emotional, physical, mental. I helped my mom with this practice. It was almost about a year ago that my mom had difficulty breathing and emphysema, fibrosis of the lungs, and you don't really realize our habits affect us at those last moments of our life. She couldn't breathe, and I would tell her to smell the roses and blow out the candles one breath at a time, because the anxiety of not being able to breathe is very scary, as well as being able to eat mindfully, putting small bites in your mouth and chewing it fully. You don't really realize that how important it is to enjoy each moment all the way up until your last breath. It's very, very profound. I've seen it in so many people.
It's so true. I wish we had like an hour instead of 10 minutes to do this interview, because there's so many places to go with it, and I think it can be one of those things where people come in and then they leave maybe a little bit more relaxed, but obviously meditation is really so much more than that, and just listening to you talk about your mom and preparing for death and reading some of these Tibetan texts like the Book of the Dead, and seeing how really these are practices about connecting to the that essential part of who we are, so that as we go through those processes, that challenge where the impermanence is and what we've been attached to and clung to, and how it really frees us up to be so graceful in those transitions. And it seems to me it's a life-changing practice. It's not just coping with the day-to-day stress, although it can be that too. But it's just such a powerful practice, and a lot of times people seem to make a distinction between yoga and meditation, when if you open any yoga text worth its salt, it's meditation is the practice.
Meditation is the practice. The yoga is just part of the practice.
Yeah, the asana is that one element into it.
Very much.
I'm wondering if you can talk about just about, for newer people that maybe have this preconception, like, I can't meditate because my mind is too busy, like they think they're supposed to stop their thoughts, kind of thing.
Well, generally, in my class, what I'll be doing is it's geared for beginners and the most advanced, because what we're doing is we're cultivating awareness. We're staying in the present moment. So I'll be doing a variety of different exercises, such as the body scan, where we practice interoception, learning how to pay attention to various different parts of our body as we're lying still. We're affectionately attending to each part of our body, which trains the mind to really sense and feel, which will help you when you go to the doctor or when you need to describe something inside your body. You'll have a better awareness. Also, we'll be doing some sitting meditation, some guided meditation. It's very simple. Just every time your mind wanders off, really it's a great opportunity when you notice that it's wandered off and you bring it right back. That's the time that you've practiced awareness. You're being mindful. You're meditating.
That is it. Yeah.
So everyone can do this practice. It's really quite simple. It's just that sometimes we make it a little complicated. We can train our brain to stay in the present moment. We also do some gentle yoga and energy medicine exercises to calm the body, along with some loving kindness and self-compassion, which is something that I really like to put a lot of attention on, is to stop beating ourselves up, to stop that negative talk inside of our brain and in our body, because we create chemical cocktails, and we don't want to drink those toxic cocktails. We want to be able to stay a lot longer in the positive experiences, cultivating that, because our mind, in research, has been proven that we're more like Velcro to negative experiences and more like Teflon to positive ones, so we need to be able to marinate ourselves in those positive experiences.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Namaste.